Welcome to the True Ascension series. Are you tired of being misinformed with this information? Are you sick of being lied to and led around the mulberry bush? Well, I was. So I set out to find out the truth. And I found it. Let me share it with you. Join me at Wolf Spirit Radio.
Hi, you're listening to Trichin of InnerSenseInnovations.com, presenting the True Ascension series on Wolf Spirit Radio. Welcome to the show. As this is my second radio show on Wolf Spirit Radio, I will just introduce myself very briefly. I'm Trichin Go. I am a certified hypnotherapist, and I'm also a business consultant, as I've been running businesses before in the past, and I am a branding specialist. Well, to know more about me and what I do, you could just log into wolfspiritradio.com's hosts page to find me, Trichin Go. Otherwise, you find me here every second and fourth Saturday of the month. Now, the website where this show's message is represented is spelled as InnerSenseInnovations.com, InnerSenseInnovations.com. I will repeat. It's inner sense as in, your inner sense, your sixth sense, inner sense, and innovations as in innovate, innovations, InnerSenseInnovations.com. Now, this site explores the true ascension of mankind on the surface of the planet, this planet, our planet Earth, where much has been debated upon on what is really true. Light workers and seekers of truth had been so thoroughly lied to and led round in circles, with much false information, giving false hope to all of us that is trapping people in confusion and deterring light workers from their real divine mission, unfortunately. So Inner Sense Innovations serves to investigate and find the truth. Thus, this radio show, where I could bring forth very enlightening, off the beaten track kind of information from the acclaimed Visayan mystic Grandmaster Pyram Solom 1-72, all the way from Cebu City, the Philippines, to you listeners. Well, Pyram Solom, we affectionately call him the Grandmaster, because he's the originator and founder of the Dugukan Arts System, comprising of healing massage, Dugukan Martial Arts System, Dugukan Art of Life 1-72. And we'll be asking him about that in a while. Daystar Command, Inner Core Elemental Wave Association, Cebu Hilot Original Association. He is the founder of all this. He's a very accomplished man. And he's born in Cebu City on October the 26th, 1975, but grew up in Danao, Valencia, Carcar City, Cebu, Philippines. He is an eccentric nature healer since his early age at 12. He is indeed the emissary of Daystar Light, Daystar Command. Now, before I go any further, I would like to bring my spiritual brother Yan, whose full name is Adrian de la Zona, to the show, as I would do, as always. Yan, are you there? Would you like to come forward? He is the Dugukan Global Emissary coordinator for the Dugukan group, and he's the one who introduced me to our Grandmaster Pyram. He will put a little bit more light on our Grandmaster Pyram's bio. Yan, are you there? Would you want to come in?
Yes. Good morning to the west. Good evening to the east. I am Yan, or otherwise known as Adrian de la Serna, and I am a pneumatologist and a paranormal researcher for the last 18 years in this side of the world, the Philippines. And I am a Dugukan Global Ambassador for the Dugukan organization. And I'm here to introduce to you guys the Grandmaster himself, Pyram Solom. And this guy is the direct emissary from the divine infinite God and infinita goddess themselves that was sent here not to be worshipped, not to heap praises, but just to send some messages, very important messages for the people of this planet. So, this is it, guys. This is the real deal, and nobody else is sent to do the job than Pyram Solom. Chin?
Right. I like to bring forth the Grandmaster himself, Pyram, in a moment. Just give me a moment to bring him forth with some questions that I would like to address to him. Hello, GM? Are you there? GM, short for Grandmaster. Are you there, GM?
Yes, hello.
Welcome to the
Chin.
show, GM. Oh, it's
Thank you very much
to have you here.
to Abdik, Yan, and to Dave. My warmest regards. It's my pleasure once again to be here.
Wonderful, GM. GM, to start off with, can I start with the questions for the interview? Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready now.
Oh, wonderful. GM, why do they call you GM or Grandmaster? I mean, those who follow the practice that you are teaching. Those who practice the Dugukan arts. Why do they call you GM?
The people call me GM because they practice lessons of Dugukan self-defense martial arts with me, and such title is commonly given to the founder of martial arts.
All right. Yeah, there you go. In the first radio show, we did touch a little on why you are given the title Grandmaster, because in the Far East, we love to call our teachers the Grandmaster, don't we? And it is rightly so. I mean, you are much, much more than that. Well, it's going to unfold soon to listeners. So my next question is, so it is a title given to you in your achievement being a martial art founder as well, GM?
Yes.
I call you GM because I myself am an initiate of the Dugukan arts, and I am also the Dugukan Global Ambassador along with Yan. And we love the title. We call you that because we respect you and we are learning so much from you, GM. Would you like to tell the listeners what is your discipline?
Yeah, okay, so the discipline of this discipline is called Dugukan.
All right. What do you mean by Dugukan? Could you explain what Dugukan means?
The word Dugukan is a Cebuano local term for foundation, pillar, or skeleton. I use this name to signify a system of self-defense art called the Art of Life 172, or spiritual martial arts.
Right. All right. Now, why do you call it the Art of Life 1 to 72 or spiritual martial arts?
The system of Dugukan involves 72 lessons on self-defense from basic to advanced lesson. It is also called spiritual martial arts because Dugukan lessons are not limited to the physical aspect but also encompasses the spiritual lessons on its advanced course of advanced correction and inner realization.
Oh, I see. That's how it is. Yeah. So listeners, that's what it is about really. I mean, our Grandmaster's name, Pyram Solom 1 to 72, this is what it is. So where did you learn this self-defense art, GM, and when did you start your training?
Actually, I learned the spiritual martial art discipline basically from my spiritual advisor at my complete activation after 72 lessons of the Art of Life 172. I learned it from the Inner Study School of the Sacred Spiritual Science.
All right. Now, what's the name of your spiritual advisor?
His name, David Hiverula.
All right. How do you spell that, GM? Javirola? G?
Yes,
Or J?
David. Hiverula is Geverola.
Oh, but pronounced as Javirola.
David Hiverula. Yes.
That's right. David Javirola. Well, you mean David taught you the techniques of martial arts personally?
Actually, not personally, but by his spiritual being.
Yeah. Jim, is David, well, is he, can he be found anyway? Is he here? Or has he already passed on?
He has gone his corporeal existence. So that means to say, physically, he's not here, but spiritually, he is always present.
And you are always in communication with him. So isn't that wonderful, GM? You're able to communicate with him even though he's left this physical body and he's still continuing with his advice and techniques with you. Isn't that wonderful, GM?
Yeah, sure, it's wonderful. Now I come to the point that we're going to carry this very important mission of angels of the supreme light given to me, which is now I am proliferating.
Oh, I see. JM, I'm sure the listeners would like to know what you mean by, okay, he has left his physical body, but he is personally communicating with you still in his spirit body. Wow. I mean, what do you mean by spiritually he is in communication with you? Can you explain that further, GM, for the listeners?
During my early years, I had my experience of many dreams which I did not know before. Those were astral journeys, or my dreams were kinds of fightings, and I was afraid and never understand why. It started from my early years, which I think I was 7 years old at the time. So after years of every night's dreams, where all of those dreams were appalling or fearful experiences.
Wow, that's so interesting. Would you please continue, GM, and then?
I think I was in first grade in my elementary academic schooling. I arrived at home from the school and my grandmother told me never to go somewhere because there was a crazy old guy wandering here, which my grandmother had feared. The crazy old guy dressed really dirty and knocked the wooden doorway of the house to ask for water. But my grandmother was afraid, so she did not open the door. The old guy departed and proceeded to a relative's house. After a day, I had no class at the time. I went to the relative's house where the old guy went, and I learned from them that the old guy, whom they thought crazy, was looking for his dog. The old guy said he had a dog in our place. He's looking for that. My relatives gave food and water to the old guy and allowed him to rest for a few hours, and then the old guy departed from the house.
Oh, I see. And who was that old guy, GM?
I found later that old guy was my spiritual advisor.
Oh, right. But how did you know that he was your spiritual advisor?
I learned later when me and my grandmother went to the city of Argao to attend an invitation from a spiritualist healer. When my grandmother saw a person dressed in formal attire, white barong t-shirt, white barong shirt, she was shocked that such well-dressed old man in Argao was look alike the old crazy guy that came in our house a year ago. So in the mountains of Arcar. So she assured me that that guy was the crazy guy who visited the house.
Wow. So she was very sure of it. Jan, would you like to explain to the listeners what GM meant by a formal attire white barong shirt?
Okay, a white barong shirt is a very formal attire that is made of the fabric is made. It looks like a stiff silk, and it's made from the fibers of the pineapple. Okay, and this kind of formal attire we usually use in formal occasions like weddings, parties, and all sorts of formal occasions. So the guy is practically wearing this very formal attire, you know. A good analogy with this is if someone in the West would wear a coat and tie.
Okay, so now this was when GM was only 7 years old when he met up with his spiritual advisor.
Yes, I think so. Yes, most likely around that age.
All right. Oh, Jan, would you also want to tell us where Argao is, the city of Argao, which island of the Philippines?
The city of Argao is just north of the south.
Yeah, south.
It is south from the city of Karkar. Okay,
Oh, I see.
it's a few kilometers away from the city of Karkar. It's another city in the island of Cebu.
All right. And GM, you were still quite a young boy then, isn't it? That time, you're 7. And
As far as I can remember, I'm 8 years old at that time.
all right. And you're able to recognize all this. That's amazing. So what was your reaction about the discovery, your grandmother's discovery, that this is the same guy, the crazy old guy that you saw?
I just observed the old man and simply saw his auric color. So aura, white color, flickers from his body, very different from others. It also because at that my early age, I started to see colors or aura.
I noticed
The old guy looked back at me. There were many people sitting in the chairs surrounding him, but I perceived in my inner knowing. There was message that I did not really clearly understand yet. After the gathering, we decided to return home to Karkar. My grandmother bade farewell,
then the old guy came to me and
touched my head with a strong grip by his palms. I felt and noticed the energy as if I saw yellow light flickers in my head, especially during dark
night. Then I learned that the name of the old guy was
David.
Oh, all right. Jem, just now we were discussing about how you communicate, that you could communicate with David even though he's left his mortal body. So where's David now?
I would say he is somewhere now over the rainbow.
Oh,
Yes, he
just
ended
like the
his
song,
earthly life.
Somewhere Over the Rainbow.
He ended-
Actually, I'm right here. I just have my mic double muted. Noise from interfering with your show.
Oh, thank you, Dave. Thank you so much. So tell us what we do to get the noise cancel out.
That's
Oh, Dave has done that. Hmm? Well, I can mute myself when GM talks. And
No, I know. You're coming through.
so are we still live? Oh, no?
Oh, my dear, you're live and well.
All
My
right.
mic again, so you can't hear any noise in case it happens.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. So I continue now, don't I?
Sis, we're live, okay?
Okay, sure. Yeah. So GM is talking about where David is now. He's somewhere over the rainbow, GM say. GM, you would like to continue?
He is now in the higher dimension. So I just say in that way, he is somewhere over the rainbow. Because if you notice also, the activities now that I am sharing with the people are lightship contacts and connection.
Okay. So GM, what do you mean somewhere over the rainbow? It's a higher dimension, you're saying that? Sorry.
Yes, higher dimension.
How is that possible?
I just only say by the wills of life. So
Oh, yes.
that means it's incorporated with mystical connection. Because that guy is a mystic guy.
Okay. Do you serve as his messenger or medium or
I'm certainly not a medium, but I'm serving the purpose of light through the Supreme Source. Likewise with my spiritual advisor.
David? Yeah. Right. Do spirits of other entities walk inside your body, just like the case of a person who is a medium in trance and then channel messages? Just for the sake of listeners to understand how this comes about.
I would say no. because I don't tolerate walk-in spirits for reasons of realization. The lesson of the Gurkhan is very clear: self-realization. It is not by trance or medium system.
Yeah. GM, before, right, in our first show, you were saying, and in the video that we had done as for the first video interview, that's in our website, you're saying that the real name of Archangel Michael is Akadasta. And you are carrying forth these messages from the Supreme Superlight Angels that is working under Akadasta's command. Does the Supreme Akadasta, how does the Supreme Akadasta get the messages through you? Is it that because he gets inside your physical body? I just thought that question is valid for listeners to understand how this is done.
Actually, Supreme Akadasta, that refers to
Super light.
nature of Archangel Michael. So I would say with that question, it is a big no. Because Akadastar cannot get inside my body because, as I said, I am not a
Medium.
Then Akadastar is a super light nature and immortal physical body or human being without exception cannot really survive super light energies unless the physical body is no longer carbon-based life foundation but already converted into super light energies as well. It is very impossible that Supreme Akadastar can get inside my body.
So you mean to say that if someone from the Supreme Superlight Angels gets inside the body of a physical carbon-based being, what would happen to that individual?
That cannot be done because the physical body cannot really survive. It will die. So that means to say no mortal physical body can survive super light energy. So that is very impossible. So there is no walk-in by super light angels into the human physical body.
So you mean to say if someone would attempt to do that, that person's body would simply turn into ashes right then and there in a split second?
Yes, of course. It will burn up. It will die, definitely. That's why many people do not understand super light energies. People are dreaming for light ship mass landing, but that is very impossible. So meaning that will never happen.
I see.
Right.
Okay.
That's very well explained. Thank you, GM, because people always have the wrong notions that that you are like being taken over by an angel or whoever who's giving the message. It's very well explained. Thank you, GM. Yan, I know you have further question along the same lines. Would you like to
Yes.
ask GM more questions?
Actually, I heard some rumors that your spiritual advisor is inside you or will get inside you. And that's the reason why you became so spiritual, and all these things that you can do that most people cannot do. Is this really true?
That is certainly not the case. Because as I said before, I am not a medium practicing trance. In fact, it is my teaching to go beyond such system of allowing or inviting spirits into the body to take control over the mind. Such are dangerous and will never give the best of self-realization to any person into that state. But to settle this issue once and for all, the guidance and lessons that I am sharing with everyone is due to my activation with the Inner Study School of the Sacred Spiritual Science, or ISSSS, or the Supreme Akadastar and Angels of Supreme Authority, called Desert Command. To clarify my point, I'm not in trance. I know my will, knowledge, and actions.
Wonderful.
So how do you communicate with them? By process of telepathy?
Not necessarily.
Oh.
Basically, I use also telepathy, but sometimes I apply many techniques to my connection and communication with them, because there are systems They gave to me this system so that I can get their message and as well as also can get their lessons, especially for the lessons of the art of life 172. That's why included in this message in Revelations of the Angels of the Supreme Light are certain lessons of lightship contacts and connections, of physical transport from this dimension into their dimension.
Okay, so I heard another rumor that from some people is that you aim to gather as many people as you can for you to become famous and maybe powerful?
That is not true. Absolutely not true.
True.
My only reason
Is
to tell the truth,
because
I am being told by these angels of the Supreme Light to carry their message and release lightship contacts and connection to aid the ascension of the people. But to become famous for me is a very mundane reason. Only those people having negative vibrations, negative concepts, or the foolish imaginations of the unrealized people can say that.
Right. Yan, you have a next question?
Yeah, and they say that you use the name of the angels, to do some business with people, with your website and all of these things. Is this true?
That is also another wrong notion by the people because unrealized people can easily jump into direct conclusion. But that is really wrong notion. Since for spiritual guidance and lessons, inner connection is my ultimate goal. In fact, I give lessons
informations
and the light service for free. I didn't ask any money, but I am spending all my time and resources to my mission without waiting for something in return.
Well, a few days ago, I heard people thought that you are a fake light worker, and your intention is dubious, and you're also being supported by the Illuminati or dark forces. Can you? Is this true?
really
Unrealized people will always jump into a direct conclusion, even without scrutinizing what's really going on. I just want to say, if they really want to know the truth of my light sharing, I will invite them to observe my activities for spiritual exercises personally. Then after doing so, try to find any angle of my activities where they can find or where you can see signs that I am working with the dark side or supported by the Illuminati. I am just an ordinary average Jew just like everyone else.
You're so humble, GM. Carry on, Yan. You got one more question.
Yeah, and there's what is your final message, GM, for these reasons of light?
Okay. Let us enjoy life and attain our noblest goal of ascending life into the supreme source of light. Now the path is made very simple by the lessons of the art of life 172, while the angels of the supreme source are just waiting for everyone to wake up with the realization of knowing their true self. May everyone ascend life into the best of light.
Yes, truly,
just wait.
rightly put, GM. Thank you. I applaud that. Thank you, Yan, for asking such, thought-provoking questions. That's amazing. But, I've seen GM. You brought me, and we were there together, and GM is such a gentle person. He is so loving. How could anybody accuse him of working on the dark side? Oh, that really, really, really amazes me. Well, GM, I would like to ask a question about the Dugukan, because the Dugukan, D-U-G-U-K-A-N, that's how it's spelled. It's basically about spiritual martial arts as well. So when did you start your training in the spiritual martial art?
Okay. I start the training of Dugukan from the very early years. Basically through dreams that I got my trainings in the astral. I met my spiritual advisor in the astral, and he taught me the basic lessons of overcoming my fears by way of elemental encounters in the astral.
Right. So your spiritual advisor, David, taught you the basic system of Dugukan when you were young? And what about the advanced lessons of Dugukan, GM?
With the advance, it is by the aid, of course, by my spiritual advisor who told me vital information on the link to the ISSSSS and spiritually brought me to the place of my advanced spiritual realization. But for the advanced lessons, through the angels of the Supreme Light, especially through Divine Akadastar.
Right, because I know that David left and then he only taught you the basic system, right? And you continue to advance it yourself on your own. Yeah, GM? Yeah. So where is that link or place you mentioned, and what is really the ISSSSS, GM?
ISS is the Inner Study School of the Sacred Spiritual Science. The link of the Inner Study School of the Sacred Spiritual Science, where I meet my supreme teacher and master of wisdom, Supreme Akadastar, or Archangels of the Supreme Authority that I called Desar Command and revealed now as the angels of the Supreme Governance of the Infinite Cosmic Family of Light.
GM, you mean the Supreme Master is Akadasta? That is the real name of Archangel Michael? Sorry.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, Akadasta, the super light name of Archangel Michael.
All right. So here you are, listeners. Akadasta is the real name of the super light Archangel Michael. GM, you mean you got your advanced lessons through Akadasta in the league of the ISSSSS?
Yes.
To be specific, GM, you learned the art of life 1 to 72 spiritual martial arts personally through Akadasta? How and when?
To be very specific, I learned through Supreme Akadastar when I was a kid. For my advanced lesson, by the activation of my advanced connection with the angels of Supreme Light in the ISSSSS, and my basic lessons, my activation of my advanced elemental connections was strongly guided by the aid of my spiritual advisor, David, that brought me into many secret sites or activations commonly in the caves and mountains.
Thank you, GM, for this awesome answers that Ian and I are asking you with such thought-provoking questions. I would like to continue with the questions that is more towards the line of the angels, the supreme superlight angels that you talked about so often, GM. In the first radio interview, you did mention that a lot, the supreme superlight angels. I would like to know who are those teachers of the art of life 1 to 72, GM.
Okay, because now the call for the teachers of the art of life 172 is going on. So that means to say there is a necessity for the teachers of the art of life 172 to usher the ascension of life and nature into the supreme governance of the infinite cosmic family of life. Because without their presence as well, I could say the harvest as well is no good. So this is not a speculation because so many people do not know what is the system of the ascending process. So I would answer your question, who are the teachers of the art of life 172. They are the ones destined in life to raise the banner of oneness with all the stars. They are from the different walks of faith, belief, and religion, or they are from the different walks of life, but having same noblest call in life to serve the highest purpose of light under the banner of the supreme governance, our supreme infinite source, our supreme infinite cosmic family of light.
Oh, okay, GM. What is the art of life 1 to 72?
It is the angel's lordship contact and connection released by Akadastar, Supreme Akadastar, super light name of Archangel Michael. It is a set of physical and spiritual exercises aimed to ease the ascension of the entire humanity into the higher dimensions of the universe.
And before I continue with the other questions that I have in mind to ask you, I would like listeners to go into our website, innocenceinnovations.com, because you can actually fill in your name and your email address at the bottom of our homepage to get a free lesson. The lesson number 1 of the Art of Life 1 to 72, and that's going to help you tremendously, because when you get that, you practice that, you'll be able to help yourself. GM, would you like to say about how this Art of Life lesson number 1 is going to help listeners when they access our free gift from you to them from the website? GM? Would you like to tell the listeners how they can benefit from your free gift? You gave a free gift through the website, the Art of Life lesson number 1 that we put in the website. So when they access that, when they practice that, how is it going to benefit them, GM? Just with the first lesson?
Okay, when you practice the first lesson of the Art of Life 172, it will develop your physical and spiritual body, because you can get connections from the angels of the Supreme Light. It will activate your energy centers of the body and expand your advanced connection with the angelic kingdom.
Wow, that is awesome. GM, can I continue with some of the questions that I have for you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, what is the supreme governance of the infinite cosmic family of light, GM? Listeners would like to know, because that's quite a lot to take for them. The supreme governance of the infinite.
I will just describe that the supreme governance of the infinite cosmic family of light. It is the world devoid of negative karmic colors, a kind of world which all nature of life is immortal, also prolight bodies and extremely powerful. Life civilizations in the supreme governance of the infinite cosmic family of light are masters of energy. They can create nature and they can create life.
What is the ascension that we know of that is the true one of the planet, GM?
I would say that the ascension, the revelations of the angels of the supreme light, to be shared with all the people if they can accept this message and they will open up their hearts. The ascension, it is the revolution of the cosmic force of the planet from the minor density of energy into the advanced density of energy, where all consciousness in the earth are set to align with the consciousness, energy, light, and life, or cell of the highest source, and or into the supreme governance of the infinite cosmic family of light.
All right. What is minor cell of the highest source? CELL.
I just use acronym. Cell for C, consciousness, E for energy, L for light, and another L for life. Refer to all organisms ever existing in the universe, especially in Earth, the mankind.
Okay, GM, what will happen if minor cell, especially, cell consciousness, energy, light, and life, as you say, especially in the human being that cannot align with the highest cell during the ascension process on Earth? What will happen?
Of course, because the physical body cannot sustain advanced energy. The physical body cannot sustain with extremely advanced force or cosmic energy to occur in the planet. So the body will die or be completely destroyed.
Then what will happen to the soul, GM? Can a soul ascend into the advanced world of the supreme realms, supreme light?
No. The soul's chance to ascend life into the realms of the angelic kingdom will drop. But instead, such a soul that failed to align advanced energy on the ascension process will go into the astral dimension to continue life in the mortal life and painful karmic worlds of much illusion. So, it is definitely cannot ascend into the supreme governance of the infinite cosmic family of light.
Oh, that is so sad. So, listeners, now you just really need to pay attention to what GM says now. I will leave the next set of line of questions to Yan. Yan, you want to get your questions ready for GM now?
Yes, one of the questions that I'd like to ask the Grandmaster is this, okay? Some of the light workers are quite angry with you because, they said that you claim to receive these messages directly from the Supreme Superlight Angels, which is what they term as egoistic. Okay, so what can you say about your detractors?
Let us just expand our heart wisdom so that we can realize that there is so much thing that we have to discern in these divine corrections of the angels of the Supreme Light. Because what my aim is all about, my aim is only for awakening, self-realization. So that's why instead of criticizing these activities, but why not go into divine connection and perceive divine realization so that we can open up our heart wisdom so we can start to perceive and to understand the mystery of the universe. Because mystery cannot be understood by human capacity of the mind, except the divine wisdom, by the opening of our heart wisdom to realize spiritual wisdom.
So, okay, so to continue with the line of questioning with Chin's questions, what is really the Daystar Command?
Okay, Daystar Command, they are angels of the supreme governance of the infinite cosmic family of light, administrating the planet's ascension and providing assistance to the entire humanity on how they can arrange life for the final ascension of life into the higher dimensions of the universe. And I would make it very specific into the supreme governance of the infinite cosmic family of light.
So, you have been telling people that it's a huge command. There are so many branches, just like the military. It has the Army, Navy, and the Air Force. So, in likewise manner, the Daystar Command, there are branches of the Daystar Command. So, how many branches are there in the Daystar Command?
So, I will make it also very specific that I'm talking about a hierarchy of angels of the Supreme Light. So that means to say they are not visible by the naked eyes without the system of the Art of Life 172. But they are perceivable through light shape nature. So that's why during actual light shape contacts and connection, they become visible in the sky by the naked eyes. There are actually 72 branches of Daystar Command.
Oh, that's quite a lot. So, yeah, and you mean to say all of those 72 branches of Daystar Command are going to assist the ascension of the planet here, the planet Earth, or are there only a few of those commands?
The 72 branches are for the entire cosmos. For the Earth, there are 7 branches of Daystar Command set to administrate the entire makeover of the planet's ascension.
Oh, so out of the 72, who is going to help the entire, or administer the ascension to the entire creations, only 7 who are tasked to assist us in ascending the planet Earth.
Yes.
Okay.
There are 7 branches that are set to assist to administrate the entire ascension of the planet, and 4 branches of Daystar Command are now active in Earth. The rest 3 branches are still coming.
So what are the name of the 7 branches of the Daystar Command that who are coming or who are already here in this planet, on our planet?
I can give their name. The first branch is the Star Command. Monitoring light shape contact is ARCOM. So that is lesson number 1 of the Art of Life 172. The second branch is Satrion. Monitoring light shape contact is Zoom. Lesson number 2 of the Art of Life 172. Then the third is the Norcium Saharian Command. Monitoring light shape contacts is Sapphire. Lesson number 3 of the Art of Life 172. Then it follows with the Nordium or Shikam. Nordium or Shikam, they are angels ordained to assist the healing of the life and nature of the Divine Mother Nature. So they are also the angels responsible for giving the connections of our divine healing transmission. So their monitoring light shape contact is Belparum, lesson 4 of the Art of Life 172. Then the fifth is the Hilarion Gidium. And then the sixth is Jopercom command. Then the Martium command. So each of these commands has given their lightship contacts and connection. So whenever the scheduled online exercise of the Art of Life 172 in any site where we do the exercise of the Art of Life at that designated time, their lightship will become visible. That's why we do not go with the information that there will be mass landing. That's because every day they become visible, so long as the skies are very clear, not covered with so much clouds.
GM Pyram was talking about the 7 branches of Daystar Command that Jan has asked him about their names and their corresponding context. And our beloved GM was talking about the 7 commands, the Akadasta command. GM, would you like to repeat that? Akadasta, etc., after the 7 commands.
Okay, so there are the Akadasta command, Chatrian command, Nashum Saharian command, the Norjum or Shikam, the Helium Gidjum, the Jafarkum, and the Marshum command. So there are 7.
Okay. So the first one is Akadasta. Akadasta command is spelled as A-C-A-D-A star S-T-A-R. Akadasta, the real name, the true name of Archangel Michael. And correct me if I'm wrong, GM. And number 2 is Satrion command. S-A-T-R-I-O-N. And number 3 is Nortium Sagerion command. N-O-R-T-I-U-M.
No, it is pronounced as Nortium Saharion.
Nortium Saharium, sorry. Okay, Nortium, although it's spelled as N-O-R-T-I-U-M. Saharion is spelled as S-A-J-E-R-I-O-N. Saharion.
Yes.
And number 4 is Nordium Usicum. Number 5 is Gilarion Gideon. Is that correct, GM? Did I pronounce it properly?
Hilarion Gideon. So G-I-L-A-R-I-O-N.
Yes.
Gideon, G-I-D-E-O-M.
Yeah, that's right. And the 6th one?
The Japarcom.
And the 6th one, you spell it as J-U-P-E-R-C-U-M, right? Yeah. And the 7th one, GM? Marcium. Is it?
Yeah.
M-A-R-C-I-U-M.
Yes.
And Jan, you want to continue with the line of questioning that you have for GM about the commands?
GM, I think it would benefit our listeners if you could just explain what each command does or its role in this ascension process.
They are helping the activation of the energy centers of the planet, and for the people that will come to their connection, they are also giving assistance for the activations of branch connections of the people. So they're helping the entire process of the ascension of the people and the life and nature of this planet. So that's why the message for all to listen, so that if they really want to ascend life, so must get the connection of these angels of the Supreme Light to learn the process of this ascension. Because they are working now to activate the energy centers of the planet. Likewise with the human being. We people on Earth, we have energy centers, but likewise also the planet. So they are working for activations of energy centers of the surroundings. So that's why for the people who are awakened to their advanced awareness, their psychic abilities are opened so they can feel the ever-changing of energies from time to time. I will not just elaborate each one's purpose or each one's function, each command. So long as I would say they are all together 7 branches of Desert Command working for ascension of life and nature of this planet, and especially for the mankind. And 4 of these branches of the Desert Command are active for connections. That's why during the actual laser contacts and connection, they become visible through their presence in the earth or in the skies through lightship form. So as to the questions why I call them Desert Command, because I just say This oneness is oneness with all the life and nature of the Divine Mother Nature, with all the lights, with all the stars. So from the day there is light, and in the night there are stars. So that means to say that is the merging of all the lights. So light workers around the world, this revelations of the angels of supreme light is not a kind of implementation of superior authority, but by will of the highest heaven. So I just say highest heaven because I'm talking about supreme light, whose aim for the entire humanity is to ascend into the supreme source of light. So that's why they give a very precise system how the people can arrange life for true ascension of life into the supreme governance of the infinite cosmic family of light. So the ascension that I'm talking about is very clear. The integration of the lessons of light-shaped contacts and connections into your practice. So that means to say you have to open up your heart wisdom to know angels of the supreme light, because they are administrating the entire process of ascension of life into the supreme source of light. So that means to say, if you do not know angels of the supreme light, it is very impossible for you to arrange your life for the final ascension day, because you do not know what to do. Because when we speak of super light, carbon-based life foundation cannot really survive if that people are waiting for final ascension and dreaming for the angels to come down in earth to save the people. But there are so many angels, and those angels that can get closer with the humanity without causing so much disturbance of energies, they are angels in the second sort, and they are not the administrator of final ascension into the ultimate source of life. So that means to say, the ascension can be categorically emphasized. So there is an ascension of life into the supreme source of life, where our life not carbon-based life foundation, but super light. Then the second ascension would be in the elemental dimension, where still karma or negative karmic colors and illusions are ever existing. So that means to say, if a person now would like to choose for the final ascension into the ultimate source of light, so you must know angels of the supreme light. So that's why I would also add this very important message for everyone. Because many are very skeptical in these revelations of the angels of supreme light. They are thinking that I am organizing for my personal interest. But then I answer that already, that I'm not organizing people for my personal interest. I just carry the message of these angels of the supreme light as it is being told to me by the angels of the supreme light. That's why for so many questions that people would like to ask me, so I'll just invite you. Just observe the actualized contacts and connections. People in the different sectors, academic, religious, spiritualist, you're very welcome. It is not made to make this conclusion. Just enough for me that I carry the message of angels of supreme light, then I express it words, I shared it with you, then it's up to you. It's up to the people that can hear the message to verify this message whether the message is true or false. Then if person would really argue with the message, it is not in my behalf that the right person that you are going to argue, but the angels by themselves. When you practice the lessons of the art of life 172, or the angels release light contact and connections. So that means to say, the only way, because people, when I say the only way, many are angry with the words, the only way. Because the only way is truly the realization. So the self-realization. But you cannot realize yourself in the highest level of inner realization when you do not know angels of the supreme light. So just like all the light workers in the world, when we are united with the heart wisdom, with connections of angels of the supreme light, so we can work together as one. And our oneness is not just oneness with all the people, but oneness with all the life and nature of the Divine Mother Nature, with all the lights, with all the stars. So our main goal is ultimate realization, so that also we can achieve ultimate ascension. And where that ultimate ascension can be found, it is always in the supreme governance of the infinite cosmic family of light. So I would say there is only one, because there is only one supreme governance of the infinite cosmic family of light, and that is the true, ultimate. then the rest always still looking and searching for the best of truth of light.
You mean to say, GM, that a lot of the mediums and all of those psychics and all the doctrines that have been teaching, how are they teaching a different brand of ascension compared to the brand of ascension that you're teaching is quite different? This is what you're trying to mean?
This is now continuation of every teaching, because the truth is very big in scope. So many things can be said true, but it is now given the best and practical lesson for the best of realization. For example, in the case of many medium, many of them are doing good as well, because they are imparting information to the rest brothers and sisters. But still, there are so many things we still need to discover. But now this is the best opportunity that the angels of the Supreme Light are giving the lessons, a very practical lessons, so that we can facilitate our inner realization. We can facilitate the activations of our wisdom. Because wisdom will matter in this ascending process. In the final ascension of the life and nature of this planet, wisdom will really matter, because we cannot understand angels of the Supreme Light, as well as we cannot master also the elemental union of our advanced connection into the advanced elemental world, because we have connection with the advanced elemental dimensions. But it is not just to say that when we speak of elemental, it is all in the elemental union are advanced. There are also minor, and in fact there are elemental spirits at the early stage of their life spiritual development. So that means to say, it is not yet the precise level for the final activation. We must go into the Supreme Source. So when we speak of the Supreme Source, maybe people in the different religions, in the different belief or spiritual practice, they call it God. In our side, we call angels of the Supreme Light, or Desert Command, or Super Light, nature of angels of the highest source, whatever you call it, but that refers to the Supreme, where life is super light. And super light energy is brighter than light of the sun. So that means to say, if we cannot master our connections of the advance, we don't have that realization, we cannot survive the process of ascension.
Yeah, I don't mean to interrupt here. I think the listeners out there are a little confused with the terminology. Okay, when we talk about the carbon-based body, there is a crystalline body as well. So when you talk about the superlight, that we are superlight beings, how does that come into the equation? What's the difference? Crystalline, superlight, carbon-based?
Carbon-based life foundation, our physical body, protons, neutrons, and electrons. When we speak of superlight, those are not that kind of atomic or subatomic composition or particles of light. They are spiritual energy, higher energy, very high form of energy. That's why the lessons of Art of Life 172 and astral spiritual travel, or astral spiritual lessons of the ISS, will teach the practitioner, because angels will bring the person in the ISS connection or into the kingdoms of the angels, where they can see very big and powerful light, just like sun or a ball of energy, wherein that is the physical manifestations of the angels of the Supreme Light. Then compare that energy, a single astral body in that dimension, they can compare their physical body is just like a marble, small light.
You have to say, GM, that you have been to these places, these higher dimensions?
At will?
I started my early training in the ISS, where angels brought me to the different dimension, even to the dimensions of the angels of the Supreme Light. At that activation and training, I realized that I'm just as if a Mungo said that
Again,
went, or that
you were just as if what?
Mungo said.
Oh, I see.
No, what he means is that your size to your astral body is like
compared.
It's like a mango seed, okay?
Compared to the
mango seed compared to their
sunlight.
sizes. Yes, it's so huge. The sizes of their body, of the Supreme Super Light Angels, are so huge You know,
You mean
if it's
a
like
mango fruit, a mango seed?
mongo seed.
Mongo seed.
Mongo,
So mongo seed is
mong seeds, mong
Okay,
beans.
mung beans. Okay, I got
yeah,
you.
and that
Yeah,
is
got you.
50 times or 100 times smaller than a marble.
A marble, yes, 100. Yeah, around the number, around the figure.
So that's why our human mind is very impossible to comprehend the beyond multidimensional level of life's connectivity. So I would say we are in the elemental union. So elemental union comprising of different dimensions. We will exclude first the astral dimension because astral dimension is still part of the elemental dimension. The elemental dimension that I'm talking, our connectivity with the life and nature of this planet, our connections with the water, earth, and fire. So that is basic. Then, when it comes to the beyond, we go into the angelic kingdom. That's why I said, if angels of super light nature will try to get inside the human physical body, that is very impossible for the human physical body to survive with super light energies. Then the people do not understand super light energies. And we cannot also realize if we will not put it into the actual experience. If we go rounding up with all the theories, reading books, then we do not have the final application of what we read. So that is very impossible to easily realize what we read from the books, just like what the people are doing when they want to practice astral travel. So they read so many books. But even you read thousands of books for astral travel, then without putting that into the actual practice, you learn astral travel. But in fact, when you know the secret, it is just done overnight. That is to say, when you know the secret of the final revelations of angels of the Supreme Light, every difficult lesson will be made very easy. So that means to say, if you want to learn astral travel, then you read books, thousands of books, but then still you do not learn how to do astral travel, you can make it overnight when you do the secret. That means to say, most practical and the basic lesson will be applied, and that will work out. So in this final process of the ascending of life into the supreme sort of light, it is the actual lesson of the people to experience lightship, contact, and connection. Every day there are presence of these angels of supreme light become visible. So why people will still wait for the mass landing, wherein every day there is actual lightship, contact, and connection? But of course, we must be careful of sightings, because when we do not know the angels' lightship, contacts, and connections, we might be misled by our sight, because our sight will be subject to misinterpretation. We do not know that those are just satellites, airplanes, or whatever metallic materials that people can see flying in the skies. So when we are also talking of the angels of supreme light, I'm not even talking about heaven's paradise, but into the supreme governance of the infinite cosmic family of light. And the lessons are very simple. Angels of the supreme light are not requiring the person to give more sacrifice, to give more prayers, but just only to say, open up your heart wisdom by the divine connection, by the activation of your psychic centers. Then know that the angels of the supreme light, who are they? Then their nature. And they are not even asking that the people will worship these angels of the supreme light, because angels of the supreme light are not really requiring the people to really worship, but just to be awakened with their divine connection, their heart wisdom, so that they will know the real self. That's why the highest lesson of know thyself is realization. But of course, you will not realize when you do not know the secret of the advanced universe. So there is the necessity to align yourself, to align your consciousness, energy, light, and life to the advanced consciousness of the advanced universe through the guidance of the angels of the supreme light.
So GM, when we were doing the art of life exercises in the field, in the energy station in Kaka, and we see these light ships in the skies, and they are the monitoring light ships that you were describing just now, the 1 to 7, the Akadasta command right through to the Mushroom command, right? So, and then I remember that, and when we see the light ships, were pointing the light ships, and you know straight away which light ship we were sighting, whether it's the Isisum or the Sapphire or the Pelparum. You have this direct connection with them. Isn't that amazing?
Because I can hear their voices, but I just select those words that they allow me to say. Then those words that they did not allow me to say, I do not also say. So when Akadas will appear, I know their colors, then their energies. So that's why people will be acquainted with that connection as well when they go into the advanced lessons of Dugukan.
GM, so you're saying that you're recommending that listeners go into our website to get this free gift that you give to them, the Art of Life lesson number 1 to start off with in order to open up?
Yes, you go to the site, innersensinnovation.com.
I repeat, the spelling is INNERSENSE, innovations, INNOVATIONS.com. Go there and fill in your name and your email address at the bottom of the website on the left-hand side to get a free gift from GM Pyram Solom. That is the free gift that he gave to us, is the first lesson of the Art of Life. Okay, GM, is that what it is? The first lesson that everyone is to start off with? And they will then slowly build up from there.
For the final initiation, they must find a way to visit our site personally, because there is final activations of energy in lesson first connection with the angels of the Supreme Light. And we have no option also because we cannot visit everyone's place. So the best option is if they want really to connect and to be initiated, so they must visit our site personally.
That's right. Go to the Philippines.
Yes. Until the time they learn also the lessons, so they can share it with their brothers and sisters in their site, in their place.
Yeah. On that line, GM,
yes.
Well,
GM,
thing. Jan and I are organizing trips to the Philippines soon, and we will put it up in the website, so be on the lookout.
Yes.
GM.
Then another thing, also this is my message that I would like to share with the rest brothers and sisters in the light workers community, that we are just one in this oneness with all the life and nature of the divine Mother Nature, with all the lights, with all the stars. Then the revelations of the angels of the Supreme Light are actual lessons of lightship contacts and connections, practical lessons. It will not argue with anyone's view in life, because every view in life that is part of the experience, then it will matter to someone's realization. That must be respected. So that means to say, going to the direct point of this purpose, we are sharing lessons of practical lightship contacts and connection, which will never contradict anyone's principle in life, but it will supplement the needed part for final activations of divine connection.
In other words, this is not a cult, it is not a religion, it is not just a spiritual message.
This connection is telling me to tell the people the letters in all sectors of faith, belief, and religion. All teachers of light will now teach their followers to the true ascension. And the true way of ascension is activation of the divine connection. And the most powerful support comes from the angels of Supreme Light. And they are making their connections available for anyone that will come into their connections.
That's wonderful, GM. Jan, would you like to continue with the line of questioning that you are talking about? I mean, you were asking GM about the command, the Daystar command. You want to continue with those questions?
I have a question for GM. Did the Supreme Superlight Angels gave another set of another set of techniques or methods to ascend, or is this the only way that they have given to us, the Art of Life? Is there?
With that question, I would rather say there are so many systems of activation, but when it comes to the Supreme Connection, the angels of the Supreme Light have revealed a certain union of their hierarchy, and that is angel of the Supreme Governance of the Infinite Cosmic Family of Light. So, when it comes to many systems when it comes to the awakening or advanced activations of divine connection, so long as it is in line with the angels of the supreme governance of the infinite cosmic family of light. So it is within the scope of the angel of the supreme governance of the infinite. But when it is not talking about angels of the supreme light, so those are outside to the released practical lessons. So in fact, the system given by the angels of the supreme light are so many. But the problem, the call for the teachers of the art of life 172 are still going on. And many do not reply this divine transmission of the call of the angels of the supreme light. Like for example, we have the Dugukan Lightship meditation. We have the Rainbow Bridge of Light meditation. We have the actual physical transport into another dimension, from this dimension into another dimension. We have the ISS training for the astral spiritual study. So many. But it is all about talking of a certain union of the angels, supreme governance of the infinite cosmic family of light. This is not talking about extraterrestrial beings. We will not talk about aliens. But of course, light workers, when we can agree to work together for the best of true ascension, so we can still work together. Because what will really matter in our mission now in life, that we can understand each other and can work together for the best vibration of light. Then what we can share to the rest, brothers and sisters, are lessons, actual lessons of lightship contacts and connections. But of course, we cannot afford if we are going to expend all our resources, because our resources are not enough. So that means to say, we cannot visit you in your site, particular site, unless you come personally in our site. We can accommodate.
Yeah, and see the light ships for yourself.
Yeah, and
Yes,
how
I
do
think-
we know that the angels that we see on the sky are from the Daystar Command as opposed to a spaceship from the Galactic Federation? How do we determine which is which?
As I said, we must learn the angels' lyrics, lightship contact and connection. Because in this lesson, it is already complete connection. You can perceive their energies, you can see their connections by your naked eyes, and as well as you can even hear their voices. So, the answer with all those questions is just really learn lightship contact and connection. And be initiated with this angels' lightship connection. Especially now, the call for the 24 teachers of the art of life 172 is going on.
So, could you also explain, GM, concerning the 9 connected bodies that we have? Because some people in authority, for instance, in Christian doctrines, that we only have 3 bodies, the body, soul, and spirit. But in your case, you've said that we have 9 connected bodies. Could you please expound this further?
I'll answer it in direct way because this will require so much time to explain. Basically, we have 9 connected bodies, and these 9 connected bodies are our connection with the advanced elemental dimensions. So, after the advanced elemental connections comprising of 9 connected bodies, and next to that 9 connected bodies are the 3-star super light bodies. And all these connected bodies that I mentioned are our advanced connected bodies in higher dimension, in the advanced elemental dimension, and in the angelic dimensions, or in the supreme governance, super light bodies. And process of knowing all these connected bodies are the activation of advanced connection through expansion of your divine connection with the advanced elemental dimension and with the angelic kingdom by angels release lightship contacts and connection, which is the art of life 172. Which development in this divine connection will lead a person into discovery of the sacred portal. Meanwhile, the process of ascending the 9 connected bodies into the 3-star super light bodies is by merging all your 9 connected bodies from the different advanced elemental dimension. Let's say you are 20% activated with your advanced elemental connections on your 9 connected bodies. With that level of activation of your advanced connected bodies, you will perceive strong energies and the difference which will lead you into your path to answer your call towards divine connection. But it is very confusing because, as I said, time is not enough to explain it here. But let's just say, for the sake, when you are in that activation of your 9 connected bodies, then other connected bodies from the advanced elemental dimension, let's say 40%. So you can feel a very deep emptiness in your heart and in your mind, which you will never know why. Because your other connected bodies in the other dimension are calling you up to align. But then you do not know what's going on unless you are guided by your divine connection. Behind that deep emptiness that you feel inside is your call from your advanced connection. So that's why so many things that the people should discern in inner lessons of physical and spiritual exercise. And all the answers with that, learn the lessons of the angels, relationship, contact, and connection. It is the most latest released update of the spiritual dimension. The release of the angels of the supreme light given to everyone, so long anyone will open up hearts and accept the best opportunity given by the angels of the supreme light.
Oh yeah, that was really deep and profound. And Choi, do you have a question for the Grandmaster? Choi?
Oh, sorry. I forgot to press. Hey, Jan, okay, I think you'd like to continue with the line of questions that you had yet to complete on the commands. Okay, and then because we only have about less than 20 minutes left, and then I will take it from the why science find it difficult to discover life form and all that. So you will do the you ask GM about the commands. Continue with that after the Marcium command.
Yes, GM, concerning the commands, the Daystar, all the other branches of the Daystar command. Which of the 7 are already here on the planet?
The Akadastar command, the Saturn command, the Norcium Saharian command, and the Nordium Orshikam command.
So the other 3 hasn't arrived yet?
No, not yet. But Hilarium Gidium, the 5th command, are giving a signal. But I do not know when they come. They're just giving their signals. There was one time that I saw their light ship during the exercise of the Art of Life 172 in our site at Carcar City, Cebu.
Wow. So they will be here in due time, GM. Are they waiting for anything to be here?
I do not know their reason. But what I realized and I learned from divine transmission of Akadastar, the coming of the 3 branches of the angels of supreme light would mean the final activation of the planet. So the final process of the ascension of this planet.
And when will that be, GM?
I do not know. I cannot predict because I do not speculate. Yes.
Jan, you want to continue with the questions or the commands?
Yeah, I have another question, another line of question, because one of the things that we've been getting from the other light workers and their doctrine is that the creation of the worlds, the prime creator, got its substance from the void. And from the void, we all came into existence. So, but according to your teachings, that there are even creation systems or universes that are already beyond the scope of the void. So, for instance, the Amistra universe, you said that the Amistra universe is the precursor of the existence of the void. Could you explain this further, GM?
Very advanced, and I wish that if I will explain this part, it would be in our site so that we can properly explain and we have enough time. But of course, for the sake of your question, we are in the 3rd dimension of the world, where, as I said, there are 3 kinds of universes. This dimension that we are now dwelling can be the world of illusion. That means to say, this is the world of illusion where everything that we see is part of the illusion. And we are being part of this illusion, so this becomes our reality. But beyond this multidimensional level of life's connection is true reality. That means to say, advanced dimension, where angels in the supreme governance of the infinite cosmic family of light, they are masters of energy. So they are creators. And there are even gods, the different stars, and the different planets. So, every planet, every stars, or everything that we see came from the Void. And beyond Void, the Void came from the mystery universe. So I would say, we must take advanced lessons if you really want to realize what is beyond, even beyond the Void. So, all the answer with that questions will be reachable by lessons personally given by angels of the Supreme Light through the inner study school of the sacred spiritual science.
That's wonderful, GM. GM, so in other words, you're saying that to communicate with them and to see their presence on Earth, people are encouraged to practice the Art of Life 1 to 72 exercises, right? So they're reachable by lightship contacts and connections that way. Is that right, GM?
Definitely, yes. Everybody is encouraged in the different sectors, either academic, in the spiritual practice. So this will expand in the realization. When a person can experience advanced energies, then they can feel it by the heart, they can feel it through their senses, they can feel it through their inner perception. So that will open up the best opportunity to experience what is advanced.
Right. So to start off with, listeners, go to the website, put in your name and your email address in the opt-in, and you will get the free gift from GM, the Art of Life lesson number 1. And you can read our page on privacy, protection and all that sort of stuff anyway. So feel free to collect your free gift there. And if you want to learn more and go deeper, we are in the midst of bringing forth the opportunity to you by organizing some trips to Kakao, the energy station of the Gukan group, one day soon. Well, GM, coming back to the line of question, right? How are the Supreme Superlight Angels going to appear when people are starting to do these exercises, GM?
Okay, they are going to appear in lightship form in the skies, visible by the naked eyes.
Okay, how to know that what's in the skies are the angels? What we see in the skies are the angels of the Daystar Command or the angels of the Supreme Governance of the Infinite Cosmic Family of Light, GM?
Their energy is very perceivable by the use of the Art of Life 172 exercise. But without the use of the Art of Life 172, sightings of light ships or objects in the skies may be misleading. That is the reason why it is necessary to really learn the Art of Life 172.
Yeah, otherwise they will mistaken the, the metallic light ship and the metallic UFOs for the light ship. Yeah, if they don't do the exercises talking about doing the exercises, I'm sure listeners would like to know, GM, what is the use of doing these exercises of the Art of Life 1 to 72? What benefit does it give the people when they start doing these exercises?
Okay, aside from you can develop physical and spiritual energies, you will know angels of the Supreme Light. Then, to get also their advanced connection, then to develop your physical and spiritual body, that is very important in the ascending process. Then to activate the energy centers of the body. Then to attain deepest soul realization. Then to arrange life into the final ascension of life into the advance and to the supreme governance of the infinite cosmic family of light. Then to attain wisdom, because the exercise will open up your energy centers or psychic centers. Then so that also you will overcome your human weaknesses. That's why also the Art of Life 172 is being called the Art of Life or spiritual martial arts. Then to know yourself, know thyself. And finally to ascend life into the supreme governance of the infinite cosmic family of light.
Oh, that's wonderful, GM. The exercises, listeners, when you go into the website and you opt in and you get your free gift, and you see the video of the first lesson, you notice that the first lessons has this exercises that allows you to go through the chakras of your body, the 7 chakras of your body, to do cleansing and clearing and all that. GM, would you like to explain a little more on why do we have to during the exercises, when you ground yourself to the earth with the base chakra, why do we say Hum Jum Kam? Connect to the sun in the hollow earth and the heart?
Yeah, of course. Because, as I said, at present life evolution, we are 9 connected bodies and 3 superlight bodies, or our angelic bodies, superlight connection. So, when we say Hum, connect to all your connected bodies. When you say Jum, connect to all the advanced elemental bodies at the center of the planet and all the planets. Then Kam, connect your consciousness, energy, light, and life to the entire universe, to the entire cosmos, including all the advanced energies from the universe which people do not know.
Right. GM, I would like to ask listeners to get this free gift so that you can then do all these connections that GM's describing and talking about that will help you in a big way. It helped me. I mean, I've been doing these exercises every day. And it really opened up and it cleanses my chakras. And as a healer and as a hypnotherapist, I know that we have blockages in our chakras, the 7 chakras. So when you start to do these exercises, it actually unblocks the blockages, and it really, you really feel a lot lighter. And am I correct, GM, to say that it does, when you unblock the blockages, because most illnesses and sicknesses are caused by blockages in the chakras?
Yes, definitely. Right.
I had a friend here who visited me, and I taught him how to do the first lesson, and he said, my God, he never slept that night. He slept so well, so deeply, and so peacefully, because he had unblocked the blockages in his chakra tube. Well, just by going through the lessons with me just for a couple of times. Thank you, GM, for bringing this to all of us. It really is so wonderful for all of us. GM, what will happen to a person that will never know the angels of the Supreme Light?
Says as a person can really find difficult to ascend life into the Supreme Reality.
Right. Oh dear. When does ascension come to occur on the planet?
The final ascension process will occur when the rest 3 branches of the said angels of the Supreme Light will come into operation of ascending the planet.
All right. Okay, GM. I would like to ask you another question. What is to occur first? The coming of the 3 branches of Daystar Command, or the dominion implementation of the deceitful alien, the E?
I would say clearly the implementation of the alien dominion on Earth will come first, as they are given short term to choose whether they will get back into the supreme governance of the infinite cosmic family of light, or will continue the implementations of their main agenda of dominion over all creations of the universe.
Right. GM, we only have just a few more minutes to go, perhaps 2.5 minutes, but I'll be quick. Okay, now this is a very all-important question, okay, before we close the show. Is there a God? Is there really a God?
Yes, of course, on Earth. Yes, I would say yes. As there are men and women on Earth, there is God. They're God and goddesses. But civilization far farther than humanity on Earth, they have no gods, but merely they knew their supreme authority, and they are called gods by themselves in the many planets of the cosmos. So that means to say, we only people in the Earth are using the word God.
So, what is their supreme authority?
For the common people in religion, the supreme authority is God. But then for the non-believers in the philosophy of God, let's just say the cause and force upon which all things subsist, nature itself. Then for the civilization under the supreme governance of the infinite cosmic family of light, the supreme council of Ikis Ikis Inipornalis.
And that is spelled as IXIS, IXIS, INIPORNALIS. Ikis Ikis Inipornalis.
Yes, correct. If anyone would like to ask what is this Supreme Council of Ikis Ikis Inipornalis, so they are the Supreme Councils of all the angels of the Supreme Light. But of course, if you want to go advanced with your information with that, go your advanced training in the Inner Study School of the Sacred Spiritual Science. Then where you can find this Inner Study School of the Sacred Spiritual Science, find a mystical school. Then of course, it will link to the Art of Life 172. So you must find your access to the exercise of the Art of Life 172.
And now,
Right.
as I said, there is the call for teachers of the art of life 172 to be initiated for the final revelation or for the final revelations of the angels of supreme light.
All right, GM. GM, okay. Is there any other supreme authority of the cosmos?
None. It is only the Supreme Council of Ikis Ikis Inipornales or the Supreme Council of the Angels of the Supreme Light. That is why they are being called Supreme.
Oh, I see. What about the higher beings outside the hierarchy of the supreme governance of the infinite cosmic family of light?
They are outside, so they are lost command.
Oh, is there life in each star?
Certainly, yes. Planets and stars have life designed to exist in it. In fact, not just in the planets and stars, there are kinds of life, but even in the worlds outside stars are so many life, civilization of life.
Oh, and it's strange that why science find it so difficult to discover any life form in each star, GM?
Or because material science is controlled within the limits of the mind and diverse frequency of energy in its star dimension, spirally revealing the inner secrets of its planet and star universe. So science and Earth evolved much too slow.
Right. Oh, GM, it seems like time's up. Gosh, time flies, doesn't it? Now we need to wrap up the show because it is time now. Dave has come in to tell us that we need to wrap it up. We just got, a few seconds left. We will continue with this line of question, whether there's concrete proof or of presence of higher beings and all that in the next show. So now I just want to wrap up the show and to remind you that we are on here in Wolf Spirit Radio on every second and fourth Saturday, 11 a.m. Pacific time. You are listening to Chui Chin of InnosenseInnovations.com presenting the True Ascension series on Wolf Spirit Radio. Tune in next time. That is on the 10th of August, I believe, the second Saturday of the month. Thank you very much, GM, for your
You're welcome,
wonderful
and
message.
thank you very much also.
Oh, thank you, Jan. Thank you, GM. Thank you, Dave, for giving us the opportunity to pass this message on.